What is up, everybody? JT back with you in the studio, Studio 10-4 live for another edition of the weekly update. And it is our cover truck show. So we have our cover truck feature guy here in the background in the green room. Also got Dan the Man, because because he is the man, he shoots a lot of these covers. In fact, probably 90% of them, I would imagine, at least. But Dan's going to be in there to join us today also on the show. And we'll be talking to the crew that put together that beautiful Cascadia that's on the cover of 10-4 magazine for the July 2025 edition. So how's everybody doing, man? Good to have everybody on board. Everybody that's on board right now and everybody that's going to come in. And I got a little, I don't know what you want to call it, some schooling to share with you, okay? Because I go through this every week with this show and the Thursday Big Rig deal I do, and also on Fridays, depending on Thursday, Friday, if I do a show or not. But here's how it works. And this goes for everybody on Facebook. It's not just me. It's not exclusive to me, believe me. So when I go to invite everybody, that gives me an option of 50 people to invite or 500 people. And you're like, 500? Or 50, right? And here's what the deal is. If I don't get responses from people to the invite that we put in your little bell on the top of your upper right corner of your screen, where you get that little red dot with the numbers on it in Facebook, then that counts against us. So, favor, if you get an invite from us and you're on the show, especially, click that you're coming, respond. It's a very I hate to say it, but it's social media. We're supposed to have a conversation. You're supposed to interact, and that's the rules that they're giving us to go by. I want to have 500 people per show to invite at least, and listen, this has gotten where people, hey, how come you didn't invite me? Well, there's why. Because I didn't have enough invites left by the time I got to you, whoever you are, and that's it. All I got was my 50 and I'm done. And that's 50 for 10-4 magazine and 50 for me personally that I can invite everybody. So anyways, Ingrid Brown, sweetest lady in a red Peterbilt out there on the road, joining us today. Nice to have you, Ingrid. Hope everybody has a fairly positive experience with the deal that Facebook is presenting these days. We definitely have our battles. I can tell you that it is what it is. But, hopefully here soon we will have the Studio 10-4 live opportunity to just be YouTube and our website. And we'll throw you out on Facebook too. But you guys have to come over and check us out over on some other channels that are a little more cooperative and responsive. And here's the reason that they do all this stuff, man. It's like you got to earn your way down the road with these guys sort of thing. And frankly, I think we've done that. I think we shouldn't have to continue to do that when we do it every day, every week, every month, every year. But it is what it is. So listen, everybody, thanks for showing up, and do us just one solid and give us a nod that you're coming. And that will be a big help for us. It will give us that ability that I can invite up to 500 people per week per show. All right, Elton, what's going on, buddy? And where's Benny? I bet nobody ever told you that, huh, Elton? I know. Steve, what's going on, man? Tulare, California, right on. Bet it's hot down there today. Charles Hale, what are you doing, my friend? Good to have you on the show. And everybody else that's tuned in and watching, thanks for tuning in. If you guys don't comment, then I don't see you. And sometimes there's people that are tuned in and commenting and I don't see them. So, technology will let us down. It does happen. Tiffany, thanks for showing up. Miss Shannon showing up in the house today. So I love the fact that we have a cover story that I can say Ballin, because you just don't get the opportunity much to do that. And if you're out doing it on a budget and making a big splash like these guys have, you're doing something right. So I got my first look at this truck and what it was about at Trucking for Kids. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have time to get over and interview Rene, and we're going to change that up next time he's at a show that I'm at. We're going to definitely catch up with him and do a walk around and do a proper Studio 10-4 live interview and truck feature at the show. But I can say this: Trucking for Kids was so unique this year. There was just certain things that happened at the show for me, and for other people at the show that I was involved with, that I thought, what a great opportunity. There was first timers that I've never seen before. And of course, look, Rene and his guys, they qualify for that opportunity, but there's not enough time in the day to make it happen for everybody. Right. So, but that being said, there was some other guys that I did a first time ever meet and greet and interview, and they had 3 trucks, and these guys were first time at a show. And I thought, this is what it's all about, man. It's about us finding those guys and them finding us. And we get the opportunity to meet with each other and do a Studio 10-4 live interview and walk around at the show and feature them in their trucks and do what we do. And we did that. So I'm happy about that. And I'm happy that those opportunities happened. I'm just looking to maybe stretch more hours into the day or somehow make it happen for more, but we'll work on it. We'll see what we can do and have it happen. Want to say thanks to our sponsors for the cover show. They do this every month with us, and that's Pittsburgh Power, who features the Max Milage fuel catalyst. This stuff is something you can put in anything that burns gas or diesel and improve performance, mileage, longevity, all the right things that you're looking for to get out of whatever engine that you're running. And then, of course, our good buddy, Mr. Evan Steger, and Evans Detailing and Polishing. When it's time to look fine, it's time to shine. So thanks, Evan, for always being there. And Evan's got a lot of good stuff coming up in the future here, as he does all the time. One of the hardest working guys in the trucking industry. At this point, I'm going to bring Dan the man in first, because, age before beauty. Got to bring the age before. Yeah. Seniority. No.
Whatever. That's why you were first.
That's right. Exactly. That's exactly right. Something's beeping. Is that you or me?
That's you.
Is it? What the hell's going on around here, man? Things are making noises. Anyways, how are you, buddy?
Doing good. Just getting stuff done and staying inside in the AC because it's hot outside, and trying to keep moving forward and making things happen.
Oh, there it goes again. What is that? I got something calling to me, talking to me, or telling me something. I don't know what, but I guess we'll figure it out. If something shuts off or blows up, you'll know what happened. I was warned. I just don't know. I don't know what it was. Anyway, there's sounds from around me happening. It's hot up here too today. In fact, today is the first day in probably 5 days that the wind hasn't been blowing so bad that I can't roll the awnings out on the cyclone and give me some shade on the western exposure. But it's still 104 out there. And that means whatever it is outside in the direct sun, I don't even want to know, but that means it's hot. So
yes.
I can't wait till I'm down the road a piece here to my new location and I'm in the shade. This is a beautiful spot, but it's completely exposed. So looking for some shade. So anyway, we got quite a cover feature this month. Not like you haven't done an aero truck before, but, and I hate using the word plastic because there's plastic on everybody's truck. There just is. Right. I think aero truck more properly describes these trucks. They were built with the idea in mind to be more efficient. And I think California, like it does, embraces the new and makes it cool. And that's what happened with this truck, didn't it?
I wouldn't have used the term plastic either because I think it's pretty derogatory. But in this case, that is Rene and Alex's handle. They call themselves the Plastic Truck Mafia. They have embraced what they are and what they have.
Yeah.
So, we went with it too. I mean, they can't knock your stuff if you knock it yourself, or if you just go right to where they're going to, if you don't care that they call you plastic, what are you talking about? That's what we are. We're the mafia, right?
It's one of those, and your point is, you know,
I wanted to say hello to John Jakes. Tell him I hope he's recovering well and feeling good. And he had some surgery, and he's
yes,
in
he did.
recovery mode. And so hopefully things are going to go well and smooth. And I haven't
They,
seen Tell him in a while. Say hi to Jeff too.
Jeff, what's going on, buddy? John, good that you're on the show. That means you're. I know he's home. He had everything taken care of. I heard it went well, so that's all good news and positive. Skin, man, and you know he had a procedure to remove something off his skin. So you got to do what you got to do, man. So we'll be seeing John soon somewhere again. I would imagine. Jeff,
Yes.
good to have you on the show always. So, you want me to bring the guys in, or we want to talk a little bit about these behind the scene photos first? How you want to go?
We can go that route. I will say that, we deviated a little bit this month, and I have no problem with that. I like to live in the fray, look outside the box. Yeah. And these guys I have been nothing but impressed by their whole family, their excitement, their enthusiasm, their creativity. These are the kind of guys that just get stuff done with what they got. And they've been nothing but gracious and excited. And it's been fun to kind of get caught up in their whirlwind. And, we added a little wind to it, but to kind of get caught up in their excitement and their fun. And since they built the truck that we featured, literally in a matter of weeks, you can see the one in the other corner here.
Yeah.
It's a different truck. It looks like that one, but it's a different one. And it's equally, if not more cool than the first one. And,
I like that little bobtail, man. That I thought was kind of a nice little shot right there. And of course, then you got the big bad daddy over there pulling the trailer behind it. But
it's been a joy getting to know these guys. They've been awesome, and it was fun to meet them and find them. And they're just getting into the show world. They're very excited. They're very enthused, very motivated. Growing their trucking business, learning the ropes, and it's fun to experience that newness for you don't see that too often. People aren't usually this new and dealing with us at this level. So,
right.
They definitely made a big splash to be noticed by Evan, to be recognized by us. And it's been great. So we kind of embraced the whole plastic thing, and, cause it's what they do, and they're okay with it. So
yeah,
why not?
Why not? Well, and Dan, just for a brief moment, I want to dovetail in on everything you just said there, and I want to emphasize the fact how much importance there is on the story and the people, almost more than the truck. When it comes to how do you get on the cover of 10-4 magazine,
it is pretty important.
There's the recipe. It really, really is. I'm telling you, if there's a story there, and then ultimately an ongoing positive relationship, and I'd have to say that the 10-4 cover truck family, however many hundreds of them there are as a part of that, pretty positive, man. Pretty positive, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to have these guys. I'm proud to have these guys represent us this month and be in our family.
Well, let's welcome them in. I've got three gentlemen in the house here.
Hey guys.
Hey Dad, what's going on, fellas?
I got Rene. I got Alex
on the wall. Look,
I saw that too. I'm like, hey man, nice artwork.
I told Dan we need to order a couple more.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. We'll get on that.
So who else did we bring in, guys? Who do we have over there?
This is our little brother.
Bernardo. So Rene, Alex with All In Customs, and our little brother Bernardo.
Bernardo, what's happening?
And they were all present. at the photo shoot, along with one other guy, Alex's right-hand guy, right?
Bernardo.
Yeah.
So we had a good time that day. It was a fun shoot. It was hot, but had a few fun things happen. We have a few extra bonus footage pictures. So
bonus.
Yeah, I mean, being that this photo shoot was literally right down the street from our house, we had a little bit of levity to bring extra stuff. So, and it was going to be hot, so we set up a whole canopy, and I mean, we always set up a table and a couple chairs, but but we brought cold drinks and, just everything. And so we had a nice setup right out there.
You got the 10-4 magazine mobile studio going on here on this one. Yeah, this doesn't always happen. This is like a big deal. So I'm impressed. Now, this is the one that when I first saw it, I'm like, why is Dan taking a picture of the trees? Or did he see a bird? Is he like getting his inner Evan on and doing bird pictures, or what's going on here? What were you doing, Dan?
So we got there a little bit early. The guy showed up a few minutes after we're getting set up, and I knew where we were going to be shooting these pictures, and I knew there was some dead branches in that tree that was going to be behind us. So I brought some loppers. So I was just doing a little landscaping work. I've got loppers in my hand there.
So it's a 10-4 chainsaw massacre going on out there on the site.
Well, I'm working on my landscaping skills in case I need another job. So, I'm pretty good at raking and trimming and pulling weeds. Do a lot of that on photo shoots.
Hey, everybody listening out there, you heard him. So if you guys are in the need, Dan might be coming over. There's more of the usual Dan pose that I'm used to seeing. And I don't know how much longer you're going to be able to do that 90-degree angle for the camera, but gotcha that you still can.
Hopefully a few more years.
Yeah, no kidding, man. But that's pretty common right there. So a lot of trucks have seen that as well. So let me see. What do we got? I think we got a couple more shots in here. In fact, yeah.
I mean, I was taking advantage of the pop-up as well. It was hot, so I'd get in the shade whenever I could and zoom in.
Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. By the way, nice shirt there, 10-4 Trucker Rodeo. Like that.
Well,
that's a nice one.
Yep.
And here's a little bit of what goes on to make the magic happen. There it is. Pick one and make it work. What do you got going on there, buddy?
Yeah. So we got our, Wi-Fi connection, our puck.
Got the MiFi.
Yeah. Or MiFi, as we call it.
Yeah, MiFi. Yeah.
MiFi. And then Shannon's got her tablet, and maybe not everyone knows. These guys got a good schooling on it, but so Shannon is connected to my computer through the Canon app as I'm shooting. And so as I'm shooting, she's sitting in the shade somewhere, watching on the tablet and kind of being a second set of eyes. She's looking for glares. She's looking for angles that aren't right. She's looking for reflections that have our feet in them, whatever. She knows kind of what I'm looking for. And so she's monitoring and kind of watching just another set of eyes. And then it gives me a bigger screen to look at when I want to take a break and go in the shade and look. And that's just I had a couple cameras out and a couple different lenses and Gatorade, because you got to have that when it's 100. And so stay hydrated. So you got to stay hydrated. I think the biggest advantage of having the setup is that you can look at it like with bigger set of eyes. Yep.
Trying to see what it really is going to look like on a phone or on the screen on the camera. It's just not the same. You have a nice glass that you use that helps you with that, but still not as good as having a little bigger screen, right?
And it allows us to show who we're shooting, these guys in this case, hey, here's what we're looking at, and here's what do you think, and get their opinion as well too. I mean, if they're excited, we're excited. So
if I could add to that.
Yeah,
all the
go
pictures
ahead.
You took were absolutely stunning to us, man. So as you were taking them, we were watching them, and we're like, oh, that's gonna be the one. Oh no, that's gonna be the one. So you did phenomenal work, man. Like
Dan would be like, oh yeah, the sun's gonna come down from this time to this time. I'm like, what? The shadow, this. It was just every picture he took looked great to me, and he goes, no, this one, this. And I'm like, I don't know. Dan knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he would switch up the camera. He would switch up the lens. I'm like, damn, dude, I didn't know it took this much.
And yours was easy. Yours went really fast.
Yeah. And it's not just taking lenses off and putting other lenses on. There's a process to do that too. So you got to make sure your point camera's down, lens up. I mean, there's all these different things to, keep continuity of the quality of the camera intact, no dust, no dirt, all that stuff. And anyway, there's a lot going on there, that little things that people may or may not notice, but that you have to just be aware of. Now, understood that you guys might have had a little wildlife going on there in the area. And
Did you see Jeff Patello's question?
I did, and that's why I wanted to bring this up now, because here's the answer.
So
There it
no,
is.
it was not a rattlesnake, but it was a really big gopher snake.
Just a big old gopher snake. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a truck tread tire there. So that thing's probably 4.5. It was pushing 5 feet. It was a long gopher snake.
Like I said earlier, Dan, that guy ain't missing any meals. He's eating well in the neighborhood.
Tell the story of the snake that you guys had just encountered at the shop not long before that.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, prior to this, I was we had told Dan that if there was going to be any snakes or anything, they're like, oh well, we don't see any. So we were with the thought that I was going to be a nice photo shoot or whatnot, and then we were doing a couple of shots, and we see. I was like, what's that moving? And me and him are absolutely terrified of snakes, man. So our intentions going into this, we were not expecting a snake, and not of that size either. So when I was moving, I was like, what's that moving? And I just seen it. I didn't even know what to do, man. I completely froze. I had to call Dan over because I didn't want to be on the Facebook community page saying that I killed a snake or something. So that's basically I had to call the guys over and see how they wanted to handle the situation.
Yeah, we let him go into a hole and be gone. But the funny thing is what you had just told us the story about the rattlesnake at the ranch, and you guys, would you with like tools or something?
Yeah. So when we first moved out to this ranch, it was a mess. So we started cleaning everything up, and under a pile of wood and stuff, we lifted it up, and we seen a snake, and we all looked at each other. We had a hole, we had a shovel, and we just started just whacking. We didn't really know what to do, man. So we just started going at it, and I think by the time it was over, it was in bits and pieces for sure. It was ready for tacos.
Well, you guys
not
handled it.
Not a taco I want to eat.
You guys handled it, man. And I mean, snakes are a part of the wild out there, so it's definitely snake season. But you have one of the good guys over there. Anybody know what this gentleman Ronaldo Torres del Paso is saying? Can anybody read that? You guys see it?
It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
They don't look
Thank
like
you.
words. I see concepts.
Yeah, I'm trying to read it, but it don't make sense.
So, hey, Ronaldo, English, brother, English. We don't, I'm sorry. I can't help you, but thanks for tuning in, man. Darren, thanks for coming by, buddy. Good to have you on the show. Let's go ahead and take this and we'll move that on out, and I will get you guys. I don't know if you saw this one or not, but we put that up there for you today too, man. I thought that was a good look and good shot, good feature of some of the shots that Dan took that day out there doing the cover. But let's get on over to your cover shoot, starting with, damn, that truck looks good, shiny, clean, all the right stuff, man. Did you guys all work your tails off to get her there, or is that just every day?
I think we are. I mean, it's a work truck, but we try to keep it as clean as that on a consistent daily basis, man. So we take pride in our trucks, as you can tell. And even though they work, we try to keep them looking clean for sure.
Well, okay, this guy's all over. We've seen enough of him for right now. Details, man. Who's your pinstriper?
That would be Dan from Farmersville. We basically, so how this truck came to be is we had taken a picture, and I had drawn it up on my iPad. And I showed him. He's the painter, so he gave me a little tips of what we could change here, what we could change there. We started mixing the colors, see what colors pop out and stand out. And it's just me and him. He would tell me, "Oh yeah, move it here, do this, do that." And then once we were set with what we drew up on the iPad, we're like, "Okay, let's send it. We'll show him this, and we'll let him handle the rest." And that's how that came to be.
It looks good, man. I like the artwork. Pinstriping is almost a lost art because there's so much vinyl out there, and rap. I mean, gosh, raps are like all the rage of everybody for everything now. So glad
And
to see it still.
don't let these guys fool you. They were working their tails off the week before this. I mean, these guys do everything quick. And I mean, they were just getting that trailer dialed in. It wasn't even really done. But I mean, what, you guys were like up all night the night before, literally painting. I mean,
Hey, as it should be. As it should be. That's how you roll when you do a cover shoot. When you're on the cover of 10-4, man, it's an all day, all night, all day, and all night, as long as it takes to have it ready for the shoot. That's it.
Morning at 5 in the morning, I shot the frame on that trailer. At 5 in the morning, I shot the frame.
And we were meeting at 9:30. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice looking bunk. I like it. Nice and roomy, man. It looks pretty big. That'll work. I don't know what you use that bar up there for, but damn. All right, introduce everybody.
All right, man. So to the far right, that would be my mom. She's a big part of what we do, and she gives us the motivation, and she's got us to where we are now. So she's definitely a big factor in what we've done and what we've become. The one next to him is my stepdad. Also great guy. Hats off to him for being out here with us and helping us along the process as well. The middleman, well, that's me. The one next to me would be my little brother, Bernardo.
Yep.
The one with the brown hat, that's Alex with All In Customs. And then that's his girlfriend or wife,
future wife.
Yeah, to the side of him.
All right. So Alex, you're going all in with her now. Attaboy. Hey, man, I was going to say, I don't know who, I was thinking that was your sister on the right there, but okay, that's your mom. All right.
Oh, well, my mom's going to like that compliment for sure.
I bet she will.
Remember, Rene is very young.
Yeah, no, I that's what I thought, man. I'm like, sister, okay. Well, it's nice having the family involved. That makes things usually work out a lot better. Sometimes it can be confusing, but hey, if you can get them in there and make it all work, then all the better. There's a nice look at your logo too, and I like that. So that's almost kind of a tribal logo. Who designed that?
Yeah, so that would be once I got back, I started manifesting, what would be, a great thing to start my company. So this is even before like I even got my license and stuff. I'd draw it out on a piece of paper and see what correlates, what stands out, and basically this was I believe like in 2019, I believe. I was just drawing. I was like, what would be a great name and a great logo that catches people's attention? And I just had it. I drew it, and I kind of stepped it to the side, and then that's when I started driving. And at a certain point, that's when I looked at it one time on my desk. I was like, I think it's time, to make this vision become a reality. So I started playing with it a little more, and like I said, I showed it to Dan and, said, hey, work with this. And, that's what came of it.
And double R, tell me why double R.
Yeah. So my name is Rene Camacho Ramirez. So, okay. Yeah, I like I said, I played with the names. It was going to be RC Trekking, RCR. I was like, let's go with something that, is pretty cool and it's easier. Double R, so that's kind of what came with it, which is double R Trekking, which meant Rene Ramirez, pretty much. So that's
Rene Camacho Ramirez is
that's right. Yes, sir.
So you guys are like allowed 5 different names or something, aren't you? It happens, man. I'll tell you, man. One of the longest high school graduations I ever took part in was my son graduated, and his the guy announcing was one of the superintendents, counselors, somebody anyway, and he was Hispanic, man. And this guy had the tongue roll going and all the names coming out, and it was like, holy crap, man, because he gave them all their full, however many names were involved, and it was a deal. But I like it. I like the look, and I like the the concept. It looks really good, man. Love the dash too. Listen, I'm not going to lie. Freightliners have never been notorious for bitching dashes. They're kind of hard to make them look good. So you done good on this one, man. I like it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and I'm going back, like the older ones are a lot harder to make because they were so square, I mean, just absolute square blocky kind of deals, but nice setup, nice look, nice touches with the stripe work too. Everything looks like it came out really nice. So you got a stock seat in there, or what are you riding on?
Yeah. So, like I said, we haven't had a lot of time to work on this truck, but we've made it to where it looks good, So our plan it's a Bostrom wide ride.
There you go.
Our plan is to get it upholstered and go with the same color scheme. Make it cream with the teal and a little bit of orange. That way it stands out. But like I said, we were working on a tight time frame, So our plan is also you see the carpet. We're gonna make it an aluminum floor and also paint it, pinstripe it, and make it stand out. So basically, there's a lot more coming. Like I said, we weren't expecting to get here this soon.
Well, that's pretty damn amazing, right, Dan?
It is. That's exactly what I said in the intro before we had him in. That these guys have went a long way in a short amount of time, and they've even went farther since we've done this. Adding another truck that is equally impressive to this one.
Well, I'm happy to say that I like that you're still in process here. You're taking what you started it with, and you're still working with that truck. By the way, I love the ground effects, the watermelon lights down there on the ground. But as is a common theme that seems to be happening in our world, these trucks that end up on the cover get dismantled and reconfigured, man. It's like, how in the heck? It's just crazy. It's rampant right now. It used to be the guys that get on the cover, sell their trucks. Now they're just taking them all apart and building another one out of the same truck. So, hey, it's a world that has a lot of room in it, and guys they're spending their hard-earned dollars to make it happen, and as they see fit. Look out! Got the hot babe on the.
Going into it, we were thinking it would attract a lot of girls. I think it's attracted more attention from the guys than what we expected.
What I'd love to know is, and this will have to be something I dig in to find out. Who was the original model for the flap chick silhouette?
That's a very good question.
Do we know, Dan? Was there such a? Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
You got like the hot lady from drag racing from back in the day, man. Linda Vaughn, Miss Hurst Schiff, and there's got to be somebody in there. I'm sure. I don't know. I've got a shirt somewhere with that on there. All right. All in and all on. There the guys are hanging out all over that truck, man. I'll tell you what. Looks good, guys. Looks really, really good. And you got a shot in here of you guys lit up at night. That one's going to be going up here more towards the end of the month. That'll be a featured photo that we share and let everybody get a good look at. But love the backdrop. Everything just came together. And Dan, you've got the eye, man. You always make it work.
Did you see the way the hill and the angle of the trailer are all the same?
No, man. Break it down. Break it down, OCD man. No, seriously, break it down. What do we got going on? So the up here, at the top of the hill and the trailer that you're talking about?
Yeah, look at the angle of the mountain. It's the same as the angle of the trailer.
How'd you get that mountain to cooperate?
Well, you got to put on the right lens.
No, you should have seen him, John. He was like almost on the floor, laying down, changing the camera angle. I was like, "Damn, dude, you're getting down with it."
Did he get all covered in dirt? Yeah. Too funny, man. Nice spread, by the way. Looking good. Looking good. All right, we got some detailed shots coming.
And these are some pretty cool lights that they found. I mean, it's like sort of a remake of that old style, bubble light.
The double bubble, yeah. Yeah.
Not the double bubble, but like a single bubble, but
Okay.
really neat. And they throw out a different kind of color. And I mean, I have to hand it to the guys, the lighting. I mean, when you get to that light shot, you'll see their blue lights they're a cyan teal color to match. And the other truck that they built with the orange accents has orange lights, not just amber, but like orange. I mean, they really nailed the lighting on these things.
And just go back that for a minute. So those are all plastic lens and LED lights, right?
Yes, correct. So we basically we're gonna go with something different, but we were like, well, we have orange in our color, so we might as well get lenses that's gonna stand out with the truck as well, depending if we use it for that truck or the orange one that Dan is talking about. So basically, it really goes with both trucks. So depending if we want to switch on and off with the looks, we could definitely do that, and they're really nice lights, and they light up nice as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I want to take a second and give a shout out to Dennis, one of our contributors and great friend, of course, of all of us in 10-4, Dennis Mitchell. And yeah, constantly change little things to keep your fans interested. Great job. So you got a nice compliment there from Dennis.
Thank
Got
you,
our
Dennis.
good buddy Gary Dean Jones. Gary, what is going on? Paying you, a high compliment from Gary there. Top notch ride, man. So
I appreciate it, guys. It means a lot.
Past cover trucker. He's part of the family as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So good
and
to
he's
have.
Probably
Gary.
got 4 trucks that are cover worthy. We just did 1. So
yeah, and
you guys, I mean, tell the story about All In. I mean, you guys have done so much in such a little amount of time. I mean, Rene, you're 26, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
You're 26 years old, and you have a couple trucks that are worthy enough to be on our cover. You and your brother have started All In Customs and are working on that at the ranch as well. You bought a house big enough for your family and your mom. I mean, you got a company on the grow. You got a lot going on. I mean, that's what really, really resonated. I mean, you're just sharp and you're doing good, And I mean, talk a little bit about All In Customs, because obviously that's sort of the next step, the next level. You're building your trucks, but you want to build other people's trucks too, right?
Yeah. So I'll give a basic summary, and then I'll let the man himself talk about his work. So basically, when I was trucking, we always had a vision of getting into the trucking, the truck show game, and trying to build a name for ourselves. And he always had a passion for how trucks looked, and I always admire that. So when he decided to work on or go work for a guy named Jay at Big Rig Customs, which a fantastic guy. He had a great story, and I'll let him kind of speak about that as well. So after my brother, he went to work there. He would work long hours, trying to perfect the skill of painting and customizing and doing all this. So and I saw that, and I told him, I was like, I want you to master it, get a real good grip on this painting deal and this customizing deal, and I'll save enough money to invest in you and go from there. So when he started to really show his work, and he would send me videos and updates like, hey, look at how this came out, and it just made me realize, like, I'm gonna go all in on this with him. So we decided to we started creating names, and we were like, what, we're gonna go all in on this, so why not go All In Customs and venture out and let's get this going. So I saved enough money to the point where I was able to buy this ranch, and they came with 2 houses, so honestly it worked worked in our favor, where I could keep close tight knit with my family, and work alongside my brother. And when we would get tired of the trucks, we could come back in here and then go back out. So it definitely worked in our favor. But yeah, I mean, All In Customs, man, without him, I don't think I would get to where I'm at. So props to him. It was a great investment, and I'll let him kind of speak about his business and go from there.
Teamwork makes the dream work, guys. I mean, it's all in. So
it's all free. It's all free labor for him. So.
and to be clear, Alex, what are you? 23, 4?
24.
Okay, so
24
again,
years old.
you're
Yeah,
just
there you
getting
go.
started. I mean, you've already made such great strides, but yeah, you go ahead.
So I started about 4 years ago in Fresno for a guy named Jay. He's a Indian Punjabi guy, and sadly he passed away about a year ago.
Ooh.
But man, they put out some good work too. Their shop name is Big Rig Customs, and he showed me a lot of. I started in there knowing how to remove stuff and everything, so that's how I started there. And then one day their painter quit, and he's like, "Hey, have you ever painted?" I'm like, "I used rattle cats before on projects, you know."
Yeah,
And,
graffiti don't count, man.
and he told me, "Well, paint this." I still remember it was a Peterbilt 379 coffin sleeper. So he was like, "Here, paint this." And my first paint I ever threw was cream, the same cream as our trucks.
Yeah.
And I sprayed it. I shocked myself. That thing came out like a glass. And from there it started, and I started painting and doing a whole bunch of stuff, removing complete dashes, stripping the trucks like if they were in the factory, and from there I learned, and Rene he bought this ranch, and from there I was like, well, I think it's time to kind of. I don't have kids yet, nothing. I could risk everything, you know, go all in, and I was like, all right, well, I put my 2-week notice and trained the guy to paint, and from there, it's been history and it's been fun.
Well, you're making strides in all different directions, but the family thing is on the radar now, right?
Yeah.
Right?
No rush.
No pressure. Yeah, no pressure, no rush. But
yeah, my mom always tells us, "Hey, it's time for you guys to have kids," and she always points at me. I'm like, "He's older. He should have started already."
I think she's just wanting to make sure everybody gets the message. So here we are at night, man. Looking, is this a Trucking for Kids?
Yes,
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, right on. So nice
that's
looking.
The other
setup.
truck next to it before it was as customized as it is now. That's the one that's in the lower left corner. So it didn't have the striping and stuff on it at the time, but
yeah,
it was started.
Okay, gotcha. Well, good looking setup. It was a nice night out there Saturday night for the light show at Trucking for Kids, man. There was lights going on everywhere out there. It was a sight to be seen. A couple more shots still in here to share. So up there on the headliner, you got all the cubby holes and eyeglass stash, and looks like, yeah, you guys got the watermelon lights up there on the interior. That's your Easy Pass that I'm seeing there, or what is it right there?
That's dash cam. You gotta be prepared for the things that go on the road, man. Crazy drivers.
Yep, there you go. And there's now there's one that we haven't been introduced to. So is this the youngest, or who's he?
That's his right hand man. That's Renato with the
yeah, that's my you can say we've been friends since high school, and I took him to work with me in Fresno when I started at Big Rig, and after that I told him, well, you're stuck with me for life, and he's been helping me with all the body work and prep and everything, man.
Right on.
Should we tell the story about that picture?
Oh, which part?
Because we took about 8 of them, but that was the last one, and I had to use it because it's the only one
talking
where
about the zipper.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Well, you did a great job in not focusing too much on the zipper part. So.
That one it was up. That one it was
up. Right. Interesting. All right. Looks like we got a couple more left here. Still checking the interior out. Back of cab, man. Back of cab always kind of, you never know what's going to happen back there. You guys, you got some lights happening, stripe paint details. Anything planned to do any more finishing of that back there? Or are we done?
Yeah, we're planning to hopefully get it. I'm trying to park it. Hopefully, it lets me park it for like 2-3 weeks, and I want to chop the frame and stretch it a little bit more. Have a more wheelbase, and hopefully get it ready for the Nationals with Evan. So we're trying to still. The truck's far from done from my vision. You know, I still want to do shameless frame, full deck plate. interior. I want to take everything out again, do it again. I just want to do everything again, you know.
Here we go. Here we go. Never ending, man. Never ending. Well, that's cool. That's all right. You know,
There's our little ladies again. We have the little ladies everywhere.
there she is. There's the flap chick. That's her, man. She is out
And
there.
somehow I can't get a lady yet.
Well, nicely done, fellas. You guys built a beauty for us to share. And this is the other one, right?
Yep, that's right.
It's the Project Twin. It's gonna get back next week, so I'm excited for that.
All right. Be a double take going on now. Where are you mostly running at?
Basically all California. I mean, we have a dedicated route that goes from San Francisco or the Bay Area all the way to Los Angeles and all the way to San Diego. So basically, once we finish in San Diego, we run it all the way back to the Central Valley, and we finish here.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not a bad gig. I mean, the Bay Area, I'm not a big fan of when it comes to working because it's just an insane mess to try to drive in. But, depends on what time of the day you're in and out of there. But whatever works, man. Pay the bills, make some money. Yeah, right. Yeah. So, all right. Well, listen, guys, it's been a pleasure chatting with all you. Dan, you got anything you want to add before we break it up?
Man, I feel like I've talked more in this show than a long time.
Yeah.
I think, I would just reiterate, proud to have you guys on the cover. Guys, I knew you'd make great representatives because you're great guys and you're well-spoken and you're smart and you're making good choices. And I wish you luck, Alex, getting him to shut that thing down for 2 weeks because he's a smart guy. That's a lot of dough.
Yeah, man.
Good luck.
Yeah, that messes with your recipe. It messes with your money recipe, man. I had a certain amount of days I had to work every month, period. And if I missed one, that wasn't a good thing, man. That hit me in not a good way. I wanted to always make my goal, and the magic number was 19. 21 days in a month was a bonus. Everybody's different, but that seemed to be our formula that worked.
I think Rene's formula would be 30.
30?
Yeah.
No, mine is if the truck's rolling, it's earning. So as long as it's earning money, I think we're on the safe side of that. That funds his projects and it funds a lot of other things. So as long as it's moving, I mean, we get a little more play with what we can do. So I'm glad that everything's working out, and I'm guessing we're gonna cut off in a bit. But I just want to say thank you to everyone that's got us to where we're at. Dan, thank you. And, it's been an honor, getting to know you guys and, for all the people that, have seen us and, complimented us and stuff like that. It really means a lot. And, hopefully you guys, we can make you guys proud and show everyone else that, it's definitely possible with a little hard work and, as long as you guys stick together, it's
as long as you have a good painter.
Yeah. Gotta have a good painter. Well, listen, we in the back of our minds, we hope that we see you at a show again sometime soon in November. But if you're not there and you're somewhere else, we'll miss you in November at our show. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. But God bless you guys, and glad to see you here. You made it, and welcome to the family. Officially 10-4 cover trucker for life, man. Great to have you aboard.
Appreciate it, man. It's an honor and it's a blessing.
One last thing to all these guys, including the one that's not there. It was dusty and it was hot in that turnout. And these guys, man, every time they moved the truck, every time I made them move it, whether it was 2 inches or 2 feet or turn it around, they went out there and juiced every tire, even the ones on the other side. I'd be like, guys, we're not shooting that side. They're doing the treads. I mean, and you know what? They were committed to it. They would do that. They'd come under the pop-up. They'd get, rest. I'd go out in the sun. They'd come, and then we'd switch. I'd go rest, and they'd move it,
teamwork makes the dream work, Dan.
Right. But you guys were on it, man. I always tell people, if you want to juice the tires, do it. If you don't. It's up, what they want to do. And so at some point they decided, okay, treads the whole 9 yards. And I said, okay, every time we move it, you're gonna have to.
Hey, we were all
No
in.
problem.
We were all into that photo shoot.
You were on it, man. You guys did it. So
It's the worst when you're in the dirt because then your fan kicks on and it turns into a dust storm. It never ends. So you got a California duster or two in that truck, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, Dan said he was going to invest in a water truck, so hopefully.
the
Yeah,
10-4
Dan,
water truck. Yeah,
I was going to say, where was the water truck, man? We need to get
Yeah.
Big Rig Barbie to.
that would be
to
good
be
for
our-
fire around our house too. I've seen some neighbors with water trucks, and I'm like, that's smart. Just have a water truck sitting there. You're good,
Well, you know who to paint it.
and it would be good at photo shoots too,
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
shows.
Hey, shout out to Randy Menkel. Randy, good to have you on the show. And Chad Violet, good to have you on there, buddy. Glad you dropped in. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. Dan, hang for a minute, and we'll let these fellas go. Look forward to seeing you, like I said, at some show somewhere soon, okay? You guys, are you coming to Sousa in September?
Yeah. We're planning to be there and see all you guys there if you guys are gonna end up going.
We will be there.
We will be there. All right, you guys, stay safe. Keep the shiny side up. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Good to meet you guys.
All right. There you go, man. That's how it's done. And I mean, I got to bring our studio back into effect here. That's how it's done. I just can't emphasize enough how much the story is all about the story, the truckers, the owner, the operator, the driver, the family. I mean, 10-4 is a people production. Yeah, there's trucks on the cover, man, but it's about people, right?
Certainly have to have a truck that stops us and makes us look and gives us a reason to want to meet the owner and go from there for sure. Yeah, I mean, the two work hand in hand. They're both important, but everybody likes to read a good success story, and people want to know how people found trucks and what they did and how they got there. And I mean, I know I always love to read a great success story. So, and I think anybody who's got a great truck or a fleet of them has some success. So how do you do that? I want to do that. Everyone wants to know how to do that. So definitely. And the ones that struggled the most and started with the least, those are the best stories. Yeah.
Well, I think the answer to the question that we get asked the most, how do you get on the cover of 10-4 magazine? Read this story. And there's some other gentlemen in this audience right now today that have been a part of or are the part of the cover trucks that we've had in the past. And they can tell you too. I mean, just go read their stories, man. You read their stories, then there's your answer. It really is. So good luck to everybody out there. There's 12 of them a year, one a month. So we'll see what happens. And if you make it, then we're glad to have you on board, man. You did something right. So what's coming up, man?
And if the guys are still listening, the month's going to go fast. It's already half over. Yeah. So enjoy it. I'm already working on the next one. And so, it goes fast. So enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. What's up on the agenda for you and Shan, or what's going on? What do we have happening?
Well, we just set up our Shriners donation for TFK. So we'll be doing that at the end of the month. We're actually enjoying a little less travel for the next month and a half after a very, very busy June and May, of course, with TFK. And so, yeah, we're going to start doing a lot more work on the rodeo and doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And we've gotten some photo shoots done on our trips. So we feel good about what's coming up. I think we got some great stuff coming up. Stuff we've been trying to get in the can for a while and finally got it done. And so I think the next couple months are going to be cool.
Good. Well, we've got the fall swing that's going to be kicking off here pretty soon. And we're going to start that off in Turlock down there, right?
We'll be in Brooks in August. So
there you go. You'll be in Brooks. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So maybe we'll see you there. We have not talked about it.
Yeah, we have not. So that's coming up, and that could be. But the fall swing is going to start happening here real quick. It's hard to believe we're already that far along, but it is. This year is buzzing on by. So Good job with the fellas. It was great having them on, and great choice for a July 2025 cover, man. That really shined. More on the way, right? More on the way. Back at it again for August 2025 right now. Here we go.
They just keep coming and coming.
They do. It's and the finish one, start the new one, you know. So you got to keep it going. All right. Well, good, Dan. Thanks for coming on today and hanging with us and sharing the photo shoot story. And always great to have you and Shan and the Team 10-4 members on the show. So look forward to seeing you again in real life here sometime soon, man. Maybe it'll be Brooks, huh?
I think so.
I think so. All right. Good deal. All right, Dan. Take care, brother.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
All right, everybody. Thanks again to Rene and Alex and the whole family. Just you guys did a fantastic job, man. Thumbs up to y'all. Great job. Dan, of course, dropping in and hanging with us, and all you guys in the audience today, man. Thanks for coming in and hanging with us and sharing your input on things. Again, I go back to the process of what our show is and how it works. And if you get an invite to our show, please respond. If you see that invite on the page and it says, you know, are you going? Yeah, man, let us know. Be a part of that to let people know that you're going. And more to the point, to stroke Facebook's ego, I guess, because it's got nothing to do with me. I just want to be able to invite as many people as I can. And if I don't get good response, they knock me down to 50 invites. If I get a good response, I get 500 invites. So kind of crazy how that works, but it is the way it is. All right, y'all. Listen, take care. Tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, it looks like I should be pulling up stakes and moving my camp from where I've been for the last 3 years and moving it down the road. I'll be closer. I'll be in Grants Pass proper and right there off the I-5. So that's going to happen here in the next 2 days. And I'll share with you guys what a process that's been. I've had a project with my 06 Dodge Dually that I completely went through and they just did the 500-mile checkup and a bunch of other things to it. Had a punch list that needed to be taken care of, and they got that done, and had to take it to a special interior guy to get the sunroof taken care of. Anyway, whole show probably just on that truck. So we'll share that information as I have the time made available. I may or may not be on tomorrow and Friday. We'll see. But until next show, whichever that is, if it's next week, next Wednesday, you guys keep the shiny side up out there. Stay safe. Do what you got to do out there. Make it work. Make it happen. And keep working at it. Take a page off of our current cover truckers book on how to do it, man. And you too maybe can get on the cover of 10-4 magazine. Right on now. You guys take care. We'll see you soon.